Have you ever felt invisible in a conversation? Like you're there, but no one really notices, or your mind goes blank and you're stuck in deathly awkward silence, or you don't know how to act and move in interactions. Well, I lived this my entire life, but in the past 3 years of studying charisma, I found a truth that no one seems to point out, but is the cornerstone of social skills, and I will reveal it in the next 90 seconds. So, you've heard a phrase in your life tens or hundreds of times that says, humans are social creatures. But you've probably never internalized it, because if you did, you would know the exact path it takes to become charismatic. Because if humans are social creatures, then we evolved to call sometimes others on their bullshit and to empathize and to listen fully, even with sticks and stones back then. If we are wired for spending time together, then we are wired for social skills. Because without them we would not communicate well, form groups, have babies, and our race would die out. Nature had no choice but to ingrain charisma in our DNA. Which means that both you and I have a switch in our minds. That if we could click, it would be like stepping into a hot bath. Firstly, slowly with the feet, and surely in a moment we would be covered with charisma water. But enough with pretty metaphors. How can we genuinely use this in practical conversations? We do it by changing the biggest difference between charismatic people and the rest of humanity. It is not their eye contact or how they smile or even their words. It's simply their mind. A single thought process makes an enormous difference. And obviously confidence is needed too. That's why at the end I will link you to a short 2-minute video explaining confidence fully. But now, if the thought process is not confidence, what do we remain with? With putting the entire attention on the interaction and your speaking partner and not on you. Charismatic people rarely have any self-conscious thoughts. Not a single idea about how they come across or how they look. Actually, most often they focus on one of the 4 following goals. It's either trying to make the other person smile, trying to learn something about them, trying to just chill out, trying to have fun in this conversation. If you can entirely focus on all of those or a single one of those in your future conversations, you will flip the switch in your mind. But I won't leave you with 4 sentences and no information on how to genuinely implement them, because it's rather simple to make using those intuitive, but I'll talk about this in a moment. For now, I wanted to mention that if you are feeling lonely or unseen, I've been there, but I found my unique ways out to get confidence, charisma, and connections with people who I actually vibe with. So if you'd want my direct, currently free help with this, we can meet and talk this through in the description. But getting back, how can we start to focus on correct charismatic goals in a conversation, all done intuitively? Well, the general rule is if you want to be thinking something, you should surround yourself with it so that you have no other choice. That's why I am an advocate of reminders. If you could kindly obsess about this sentence, like a psycho, if you could have the goal written on your wall, just focus on making the other person smile. You could have it as a wallpaper on your phone. You could write it on your hand, set it as a reminder on your phone, in your calendar, everywhere you can. Fuck, you could probably see on my door right there. There is focus, because I genuinely care for focusing. That's why I obsess about this word. And I want you to do the same. Because when the charismatic goal is everywhere around you, in a moment you will notice yourself thinking it. And then you will notice yourself acting with it. Slowly turning the social skills switch in your mind. And then in a moment you will enter a room and everybody will be drawn to you because of your effortless charisma.